2nd of September, Rabbi Levitt, Pele Yoetz.
So, yeah, so this is very good. Okay, so that's what we're saying over here. That's what Rabbi Kiva said. That's what the Gemara records over there in the Gemara in Brachos 60b. Called the Ovid Rachman Latav Ovid. And not only is that what Rabbi Kiva said in the Gemara in Brachos over there, but this Gemara in Brachos, you might think to say, oh, well, that's a nice thought. That's a nice, it's Musar. It's sort of like optional, like Musar is optional, like, and, it's not really halacha, right? If you take a look at this Gemara in Brachos, and let's do that right now, because that way I'll be able to make my points. Take a Gemara in Brachos, and take the right volume. This is the last volume in Brachos.
Okay.
I'm going to get 1, 2.
That's mine. What daf? Okay. Code 60B. Oh, it's right near the end.
Okay, so if you take a look at 60b, we're all the way in the bottom of the Amud. So that'll be page 3 or 4 in your art scroll. It's the last 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines from the bottom.
Actually, it's 60B5.
Oh, 5, okay. Got a lot of, okay, so Kain Tana Mishmei the Rebbe Akiva. And so too, it was taught in the name of Rebbe Akiva. What does Rebbe Akiva say? La'olam, Yehe Adam Rogil Loimar. In all situations, that's what it means over here, La'olam. Yehe Adam Rogil Loimar. A person should accustom himself. He should make an avoda out of this. He should make an exercise out of this. To say, Kol the Ovid Rachmana Tav Ovid. Everything that Rachmana does, everything that Hashem does, that's the name for Hashem in the Gemara, the merciful one. Everything he does is Tov. He does for the best. And then it brings the story that you all know about, which I'm not going to go into right now. You know the story. With the, with the donkey and the light and the this and that. Fine. But what I want to point out your attention to is this word la'olam. Now, if you take a look at this word la'olam, you see a letter, a little letter by the word la'olam. Now, what does that letter signify? In my Gemara, I have a mem. I don't know which letter you have. Maybe you also have a mem, but you should have a letter. You see the letter?
Yep.
No.
Okay. Now this letter sends you to the upper right-hand corner of your page, which is where we find the Ein Mishpat. The Ein Mishpat, he did some research in the whole Shas, every single page, and he found the relevant Rambam, Tur, and Shulchan Aruch that quotes this section in the Gemara. In other words, that this Gemara, not just it's brought in the Shulchan Aruch. It's brought in the Arbiturim. It's brought in the Shulchan Aruch. It means that it's a halacha like making kiddush on Shabbos. Is it just a nice thing to do to make kiddush on Shabbos? It's a halacha. It's part of Judaism. That's what it means to be a Jew. What it means to be a Jew is to constantly say to yourself, Kol the Ovid Rachmana Latav Ovid, whatever Hashem does is absolutely, without any question in my mind, for the best.
You're saying it's a mitzvah to say that?
Yes. Let's take a look at the words of the Shulchan Aruch. Where is the Shulchan Aruch? Yeah. I think I have it over here. Yes, this is brought. If you have a Shulchan Aruch, you can go and get it. You see that the Ein Mishpat says it's brought in the Shulchan Aruch, Siman Reish Lamed. That's section 230. Sif Hey. Section 5. Let's see. 1 second.
Roy, you're on mute if you're saying something.
Thanks. Would it be in the Kirta Shulchan Aruch as well or not? No, probably not.
That I don't know. We'll have to ask Rabbi Levitt.
Hmm.
What was it? Reish Lamed what? Did anybody hear?
It's Reish Lamed Sif Hey. Section, I guess the section Hey.
Thank you.
I guess I'm going to have to get a Shulchan Aruch now.
Okay. Here's the Shulchan Aruch.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh boy. think. Anybody knows how to adjust an office chair? It would be much appreciated.
Just throw it out and get a normal chair.
The seat of the chair is on a 45-degree angle down.
Oy.
Anyway, Kol Avid Ma David Rahman Latav Avid. It's all for the best.
There should be levers. If you reach down on the side of the chair, there should be several levers on either side. And those levers, if you pull them and push them, they adjust the chair.
Okay. I'll try it again. Maybe this time I'll be successful. Izrat Hashem. So if you have over here your Shulchan Aruch opened up to Siman Reish Lamed, and this is Sif Hay. He quotes word for word the words of Rabbi Akiva. La'olam yehei adam ragil loymar kol ma da'avid rachmana l'tav avid. It's brought in the Shulchan Aruch. It's a halacha.
It's actually not exactly the same.
Oh, in other words,
Here it says hakol l'tovah. Here it says l'tav aved.
okay, the lashon of the Gemara is la'olam yehei adam ragil loymar kol da'avid rachmana l'tav avid. That's the words that I have in my Shulchan Aruch. Same exact words.
Interesting. I have different wording.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking at the last line of the page, page Samech Amid Base. The last line spilling over to the next page.
Oh, okay. So that's when the Gemara, if you go up 5 lines in the middle, when the Gemara first quotes this statement of Rebbe Kiva, that's the statement. That's where the little mem is next to the word la'olam.
I see. It says it twice.
Twice. La'olam
Yeah,
yehei
it says le'olam yehei adam ragil lomar kol de avid rachamana letev avid. That's what you're quoting.
Huh.
You go down to the end of the story. It says, Amar lahu lav amrei lechu. Did I not tell you? Kol ma she'oseh hakadosh baruch hu tov hakol l'tovah. So he restates the same principle with slightly different wording. That's why I was confused.
Okay. Uh-huh.
What does the word avid mean?
Does. To do. Ovid Rahmana, everything that Hashem does, Ovid is to do. Everything that he does, Rahmana is Hashem. Kishmo Kainhu, the name of of Hashem describes his essence. That's Hashem's essence, Rachmanas. And actually in Aramaic, the word rachem is love. So I know probably in the English, they translate the Rachmana as the merciful one.
Yep.
But
Yes, they do.
I think the correct translation is the one who is the one who is the lover, the loving one.
Mm.
Because I don't think that it's a from the aleph at the end of the name. It doesn't. It's not a lashon hakodesh word. It's an Aramaic word.
Right.
But of course, we know this is the language, the Aramaic language is so it's telling you the source of Rachmanis, the essence of Rachmanis is love. That's where Rachmanis comes from. A person who has love, he has Rachmanis. So Rachmana is the loving one, and it's true that because of that he has Rachamim, the Vadai, and therefore everything that he does is good, and that's why I believe Rabbi Akiva, of all the different ways of referring to Hashem, you could say Hashem, you could say HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you could say the Ribbonu Shel Olam. Hashem, we refer to Hashem in many different ways. But here Rabbi Akiva refers to Hashem as Rachmana, the loving one. Because from him everything is good. Everything is out of love. Everything is for the good. So just not without going into the story, but you see that what the story illustrates over here is not simply that Rabbi Akiva was the one who says Kol David Rachman L'Tavavid, but you see that he said it at every bad turn that happened to him. When he wanted to go for lodging in the city, he wanted a place to stay, and everybody said, "Oh no, you can't stay here." So what did he say about that? What's the matter with these people? They have don't they have any idea of what Hachnasas Orchim is? How come they can't? I'm a stranger in town. I have no place to stay. How come everybody's saying, "Oh, you can't stay here"? He said, "Called the Avid Rachman L'Tov Avid." This is undoubtedly the work of my loving, caring father, and it's all for the best. That's what he said. And then the next thing that happens, he's going and a shunra eats his tarnagola. The same thing. What's he say? Another time that the shunra ate my tarnagol, That's Kol David Rahman Lataved. It is another expression of the love being bestowed upon me by my loving, caring Father. So we see what it means. When Rabbi Akiva said La'olam, all the time, in all situations, even in situations which it doesn't look like it's such a good situation. That nobody allowed him to stay in the town. Nobody was able to offer him a place to stay. And then his tarnagol got eaten up. And then this happened to him, and this happened to him, and a lion came and ate his donkey. And everything was for the best. He said, that's what he says. And he didn't know what was going to be the end of the story, Rebbe Akiva. He's not a Navi. He didn't know. He didn't know that the Gemara says, the end of the story, that the marauders came to the town and did their pogrom or whatever it was that they did over there. And he was saved. He didn't know that was going to happen. But this is what the Gemara is showing. Everything that happens to him, this is what he says. Nice idea, right? It's brought in the Shulchan Aruch. It's a din in the Shulchan Aruch, like making Kiddush. So if anybody wants to have a Kabbalah, everybody's thinking about making Kabbalahs, making resolutions, New Year's resolutions. So if you want my 2 cents, I say you can make this Kabbalah. Try to be Makayim this halacha in the Shulchan Aruch. Very good Kabbalah. Okay, so that's the Shulchan Aruch. Baruch Hashem. See, now my wife sees that I do take out this Shulchan Aruch once in a while. Okay, so we continue. The root of everything on page 50. And we go to Meir.
Okay, let me shut this down. It says the root of everything in this matter is to believe in all the words of the Torah and in all the words of the sages. If one's mind cannot comprehend them, he must attribute it to the lack of his knowledge and a limited understanding. No matter what, he must believe that all of their words are vibrant, permanent, and faithful forever. Come and see how great are the words of the sages who said that the entire Torah is included and concealed in the quality of faith. Many people profess with their mouths that they are believers, the sons of believers, but their actions are disloyal. The action removes any doubt about the validity of their voice, and God will bring a person to judgment for everything. A person who has gone into darkness will not only be punished for his bad deed, he will also be sorely punished for his being a man void of faith. If he did believe, and even so did not go on the correct path, this is shamelessness and the behavior of a traitorous woman.
Oh, wow. Phew. That's rough.
Yeah, that's a powerful statement there.
Yeah, it's quite harsh what he's saying over here. Okay, so I mean, if you find it to be a thesaurus, inspires you to do the right thing, I hope it does. And if it does, then good. But if you don't, if you find it a bit the opposite of of empowering and encouraging, so then you could say that look, I try the best I can. I try the best I can to have emunah in everything what the Torah says, and everything what the Chazal say about the Torah, and I try to do it also to the best of my ability. And I try to make good decisions. And if it doesn't work out all the time that I did the correct thing, that's what Yom Kippur is for. You say to Hashem, I'm sorry, and I'm resolved to attempt to do better next year. But it shouldn't discourage a person. What he's saying over here, because to be discouraged is the absolute opposite of what emunah is. Emunah is to feel calm and relaxed and upbeat and and happy. Of course, we know we have a big Torah to do, and there's a lot of mitzvahs that we have to do, but we should never feel that's what I think. Unless you feel that unless you feel that will increase your avodas Hashem. That's the main idea. A person has to look at things in the way that will increase his avodas Hashem. Okay. All right. Next paragraph. We go to Roy. Behold,
these mitzvahs of believing in the existence of God and his providence are counted among the Tariag mitzvot, the 613 mitzvot. They are constant mitzvot which a person is capable of fulfilling at any time by just remembering them.
oh,
As such, it is good for a man to mention them verbally and not forget them in his heart. From time to time, a Jewish servant should say, evil inclination, what are you doing? Must you always pursue me? Let God rebuke you. O Satan, for I'm a Jew, for the son of a Jew, who believes with complete faith in the existence of God before me at all times, and in his specific divine providence over the minutest details. He pays a goodly reward for every good thing, whether in thought, speech, or action, and an unlawful and bitter punishment for every bad thing, even for seemingly insignificant chatter and evil thoughts. Therefore, it is proper for me to do such and such, to behave in a certain way or fashion, and to withdraw my hand, be cautious and vigilant in this or that matter, to the point that my thought, speech, and action will be pure and upright. There will be no corruption or crookedness in them, in order that my faith will not be deceiving. This is what I will do, and I will not change.
wow.
These and similar things a living person must take to heart. He should continuously think about them and delve deeply into their lengths and breadths, so as to walk in the ways of faith, that his hands be faithful. His actions demonstrate his faith. It will benefit him to merit a proper peace in the world to come. The primary goal is to provide satisfaction for the one who dwells on high.
Wow. This is amazing, amazing paragraph over here. Right. Should we take a look in the Mishnah Brura, in the Ber Halacha, who brings the words of the Sefer HaChinuch about the 6 constant mitzvahs. Which the Pele Yoetz says, person is capable of fulfilling them at any time, just by remembering them, he says.
So would that include the mitzvahs that we can't do?
So let's see what these 6 mitzvahs are. What do you say, gentlemen?
What 6 mitzvahs?
Take a Chelik Aleph, Mishnah Brura. It's the first siman in the Shulchan Aruch. Okay.
Rabbi, would these appear in the Shulchan Aruch, the Kirta Shulchan Aruch?
Chelik Aleph.
Yeah, all right.
That's the Mishnah Brura though, right? Not the
Yeah,
Shulchan
yeah.
Aruch.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
I think the rabbi is frozen.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Rabbi, can you hear us? No.
He realized, okay.
Took himself off.
Oh, he's
Oh,
back.
there he is. Okay.
Welcome back, Rabbi.
Thank you.
You have 6 minutes.
Okay, so the Mishnah Brew over here is quoting the Ramah. The Ramah is the glosses on the Shulchan Aruch. And the Ramah says, he quotes the pasuk in Tehillim, Shavisi Hashem lenegdi samid, hu klal gadol batorah, u'malus tzadikim. I have placed, David HaMelech says, Hashem before me always. This is the key, to place Hashem before ourselves, that we are in the presence of Hashem. Tamid, all the time we should have this in focus. And the Be'er Halacha has a comment on these words, Hu klal gadol b'Torah. This is the great principle of Torah. And the Be'er Halacha, of course, as you know, the Be'er Halacha is the Mishnah Berurah. He was the one that wrote the Be'er Halacha. So he says over here, Harotze l'kayim shivisi karoi, the one who endeavors to fulfill the words of David HaMelech, that I have placed Hashem before me always. How is he going to do that? Yizdareis l'kayim mashenechtov b'shem sefer chinuch. He should be alacritous in his fulfillment of what's written in the name of the Sefer HaChinuch. Upnei godel chavivusam hetikum kama gedolim b'sifreihem. Many great authors of Svarim have quoted the words of the Shulchan Aruch word for word. And the Mishnah Berurah right here is now about to do that also. And he's going to tell us what the words of the Sefer HaChinuch are. And basically what they are an exposition of the 6 constant mitzvahs. And so we got 2 minutes to do 6 constant mitzvahs. So we'll just start. Shesh mitzvahs chiyuvan tamidi. There are 6 mitzvahs which their obligation upon a person is constant. Lo yifseku me'al ha'adam afilu rega echad kol yamav. They should not cease to be on his mind, or on the back burner, I guess, at least, even for 1 rega, for 1 second, all of his days. Kol zman v'kol rega yachshov behen, and every moment that he thinks about them, kiyeh mitzvahs aseh, he's fulfilled a positive commandment from the Torah. Ve'en kates l'matan skar hamitzvahs, and there is basically no end to the reward for mitzvahs. And what is the first mitzvah of the 6 constant mitzvahs? Laha'amin sheyesh Elokah echad ba'olam. Shehimsi kol hanimsaos. That there is a God who is one and singular in this world, who brings into existence everything that is here. Everything that is here and everything that continues to be here, everything that happens. Ukol mashu hu akshav, and from his desire and his wish results everything that is now, ushehaya, and was, ushiyeh la'adei ad, and will always be. Ushahu hotzionu mimitzrayim v'nosan lanu haTorah v'zehu mitzvah say. T'ksev anochi Hashem Elokecha asher hotzeisicha me'eretz Mitzrayim. He is the one who took us out of Mitzrayim and gave us the Torah. And in the Torah it says, I am Hashem, your God, who took you out of Mitzrayim. Perushoy, that means, Tedu, you should know, V'taminu, and firmly believe, Sheyesh La'olam Eloka HaMashgiach, that there is a God in this world who is the Mashgiach. He is the supervisor and looking on at all times. The proof of that is the whole Yetzias Mitzrayim, that he took you out of Mitzrayim. Yetzias Mitzrayim, in other words, proves the existence of Hashem and proves that everything that happens in the world happens because Hashem wants it to happen. And with that, we have concluded the first mitzvah of the 6 constant mitzvahs. Okay. Yasher koyach, everybody.
Okay.
Yasher koyach. And Bli Neder, I think I'm going to take that on as my Kabbalah as well.
Amen.
To say that whatever happens, whenever something happens that you don't like, catch yourself right away and smile and say, I'm going to do like Rebbe Kiva. I'm going to say, this is actually all for the best. And keep smiling for 5 seconds. Then after that, you could frown. You don't have to. No mitzvah to frown or be upset or aggravated, but at least let's try to, for 5 seconds, to have a smile and say those words. That's a great Kabbalah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey,
Bye to Mayor. Have a great day, Mayor.
Have a great day.
Ezras Hashem, we'll see you
Be well,
tomorrow.
Mayor,
Thank you very much. You too.
and your family.
Okay.
See you tomorrow, Mayor.
Right. Oh, you're not going to be at the Ramban Shir today?
No, I'll try and make it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably see you today. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, very good. Be well.